Hello everyone, dear friends. Today we continue to play Poppy Playtime with you.
Yes, last time we ended up wandering through some labyrinths.
Now, we are just following the sound of crying, since you suggested it to us in the comments.
This house still really scares me. These narrow corridors make it seem like someone is about to jump out at you from around the corner.
Okay, we went into some room. I see a lot of bed in it, but there are no people here. What else is there? TV and cassette player.
Yes, we need to find the tape. She must be somewhere nearby. The cassette must be red. She shouldn't be outside of this room.
Okay, we found her. Let's at least this time close your mouths and listen to everything they tell you on this tape. Before this, you missed a huge amount of important information.
Your first day here in Playtime. We're certain that in the days to come, you'll find your new family here every bit as loving and supportive as your own. Feel free to wander the halls, sit in the mess for lunch, or watch our children play and learn to their little hearts' content. Join the innovationists where the bounds of science are continuously pushed, or join the counselors of Playcare whose diligence and care for our children will help shape a brighter future. Just you see. Now, every one of you has your part in that future, so should you come back tomorrow feeling unhappy for where you are or what you've done, worry not, for your supervisor is here and happy to listen. And should you come back years later, your conscience finally getting the better of you, may you descend into the dark and the dust, finding all that awaits you are incomprehensible horrors, each hungry for your return, each eager that they might find you. Perhaps they'd smile at you from a shadow, their smiling mouths full of teeth and meat and plastic, watching and waiting patiently for their turn at a warm welcome. Or perhaps they won't allow you such time to figure your place in the world you'd left, a world that's theirs now. Welcome home.
Oh my god, what is this, Huggy Waggy? We urgently need to escape!
Did he seriously come straight out of TV? How is this even possible?
It seems to me that this is the effect of this red gas. Perhaps we should have held our breath before going in. Then we wouldn't be running away from a giant Haggy Waggy.
He caught up with us. Do we have to go through this whole house again?
No, everything is as it should be. We woke up in some room. I wonder who brought us here.
Okay, we can finally press the shift button. When we ran from Haggy Waggy, we couldn't run.
Okay, this is some kind of huge room. I hope there won't be any puzzles here. I'm not ready to think logically yet.
Does it ever happen to you that you can think logically? Oh great, we found the gas mask. Does this mean no more red smoke hallucinations?
I think you're right. Okay, now we need to understand where we need to move next.
I think we need to jump into this hole. There's a red light there. Maybe we should always go for it.
Okay, let's go there. I hope there isn't some catnap waiting for us or something like that.
It's some kind of basement or something like that. It's not yet clear where we need to go, but I'm sure we should put on a gas mask.
I think this machine is standing here for a reason. Perhaps we should activate some kind of mechanism to make it move forward.
Yes, I think you're right. Let's now see what happens after I let go of this ring.
Okay, now the way is clear. We need to see what's in this corridor.
Great, now we have to get out of here with the purple glove. Okay, let's move forward.
We ended up in some kind of laundry room or something like that. Okay, let's explore this place.
I really like Poppy Playtime 3 because its gameplay is simple and very engaging. The graphics and sound design are also impressive and create a really disturbing and atmospheric atmosphere that draws you in. I also enjoy the character designs and story of the game. It's a very well-made game that has a good balance of challenges and puzzles, with a good amount of excitement and tension sprinkled throughout. The overall design and gameplay make it feel like a really unique and immersive experience that keeps me hooked and wanting to play more.
One game with a similar atmosphere to Poppy Playtime is Bendy and the Ink Machine. Both games involve a cartoon-like atmosphere with a cute and innocent-looking setting that is actually dark and twisted underneath the surface. They also both involve solving puzzles and avoiding hostile creatures that roam around the environment. Both games have a creepy and unsettling atmosphere that makes a player feel uncomfortable and on edge.
Okay, we're in some room with batteries. Now we need to find the second one. I wonder where he might be?
Because there is so much trash on the floor, it can sometimes be difficult to notice anything really important on the ground.
There is also very poor lighting here. It's like we're playing some Silent Hill where you can't see anything, or Outlast.
My favorite horror game with a very dark atmosphere would have to be Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It's a first-person survival horror game set in a Victorian-era setting. The gameplay is very immersive and intense, with the player forced to sneak around in the dark and avoid the hostile creatures roaming around the world. It has a really dark and gritty atmosphere, with a constant sense of dread and terror. The game also has some really disturbing and horrific imagery and moments.
Great. While she was telling us about her favorite game, we found that damn battery, and now we can put it in its place.
I'm so scared to constantly move through these dark and narrow corridors. The game designers of this game definitely know how to make the player feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, the game designers did a really good job of creating an atmosphere that makes the player feel truly uncomfortable and uneasy. The constant darkness and narrow passages definitely add a lot to the feeling of discomfort and fear. Not to mention, the sound design adds a lot to the atmosphere as well. Hearing nothing but your characters.
Ooh, another car? I love watching her speed up and destroy everything in her path.
By the way, we are already recording the third part, but so far, the only scary moments that have scared us are the Haggy Wagga. There are significantly fewer screamers in this game. Maybe they are waiting for us ahead?
Hopefully there are some more scarier moments ahead, because I feel like the screamers have been pretty scarce in this game so far. I guess the designers might be saving them for later when we're least expecting it. But let's just keep exploring and see what this gameplay has in store for us.
This game is quite hard. I can't figure out what I need to do now. This is a fairly large location, and you constantly have to run from room to room to find different objects.
Yeah, this game is quite challenging and the gameplay can be confusing. It seems like you have to explore all the different rooms and collect various clues and items to solve the puzzles. It's definitely not a linear experience where you just follow a set path from one objective to the next. The game's design is more open-ended and explorative, which makes it more challenging to figure out what you're supposed to be doing and where you should go next.
Okay, let's focus on the fact that we need to find a way out of this giant house. I'm very afraid that Huggies and Kissies may appear soon. Their plush toys are in that room. This could be a hint.
Yes, I also have this feeling that these Huggies and Kissies are going to appear very soon. We need to keep our wits about us and be ready for any unexpected surprise. I think if we explore this room thoroughly, we can probably find some clues that will help us get out of here. Let's not delay and start exploring the room immediately.
It sounded like someone was going to attack us, kiss us, and hug us to death. It sounded very funny. Now it looks not like a horror game, but like some kind of children's omni-shooting and kissing game.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound very scary when you put it like that. But let's not underestimate Huggy Waggy and Kissy Missy. Just because they're plush toys doesn't mean they can't be terrifyingly creepy or dangerous. We still need to be on our guard when we explore this room.
I think Jax is being too dumb. Perhaps he should play some educational games to improve his logic.
Maybe you should stop giving idiotic advice and start talking to the point. It really gets annoying sometimes.
One time I was playing a Tomb Raider game and I was stuck on this one puzzle for weeks because I couldn't figure out how to solve it. I even attempted to look it up online, but I still couldn't figure it out. After months of being confused and struggling with the challenge, I finally went to the game's official Discord server and asked for help. And to my surprise, the game's developers actually responded to me and told me the answer to the puzzle. I had been doing it wrong the entire time and felt so silly for spending so long stuck on such a simple challenge.
Did the Tomb Raider developers really answer you? Wait, couldn't you use YouTube to watch the walkthrough?
Surprisingly, the Tomb Raider developers did actually respond to me, and they were extremely helpful. I probably could have used YouTube to watch a walkthrough, but the feeling of asking the developers and receiving an answer straight from them was much more satisfying.
I was playing Outlast, and I was stuck on this one part for a very long time because I couldn't figure out what to do. I tried everything I could think of, but nothing seemed to work. After hours of being stuck, I finally looked up a walkthrough online and realized I was being dumb. It turns out all I needed to do was click on a button that I had completely missed, and the game was very clear about where to go next. I felt like such an idiot for not noticing the button earlier, and all the frustration I had experienced was entirely my own fault.
Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked this video, be sure to like it. I also remind you that we are waiting for comments with your favorite games. I hope you can recommend something very cool. We read all your comments and continue to play your favorite games. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and get notifications so you don't miss a video with your favorite game. See you soon, friends. Bye-bye.